I wanted to thank you for letting me live here all this time, so I'm treating the family to a vacation.
Pro tip, a vacation is not a treat if it's thrown on you at the last minute. People have to take off work or school or find pet sitters. Last minute vacations are f***ing anxiety-filled balls of stress. There is nothing fun about them.
Well, I don't like your unemployed genes and my grandchildren, Jerry, but life is made of little concessions.
I guess this is the TVSins takes off a sin from Rick and Morty because it's hilarious cliche. Wall has alien parasite head spatter. Wall has no alien parasite head spatter.
There's no such thing as an Uncle Steve. That is an alien parasite.
And even though everyone else will immediately turn back into the parasite when shot, Uncle Steve decided to wait a few seconds for dramatic effect. How thoughtful. I get they need to address this problem, but I don't understand why Rick had to throw the parasite on the table. It's perfectly good breakfast casserole you just ruined. Why would you do that, Rick? Why?
Get off the high road, Summer. We all got pink eye because you won't stop texting on the toilet.
Joe insinuates that there is a single human being on the planet who doesn't use their phone while busting grumpies. The pink eye is worth it and we all know it. So it's actually Rick that needs to get off his high horse, or high road, or whatever high he's on. In this opening credits cutscene, Mr. Poopy Butthole holds his nose while jumping into the portal. But we all remember when this originally happened, PB had experienced portals many times before and would know this was unnecessary. Look, I've been a fan of the Pupes Beehole since Season 1, Episode 1. I know these things. Having a slumber party style pillow fight in your day clothes.
Maybe you got the first one in time, Rick. Can't afford to chance it.
But Rick apparently could afford to wait until now to barricade the house instead of as soon as he realized these things had potentially infested the house. Also, considering how many we find out there are, what are the chances none of them had already ventured out of the house? I'm guessing slim to Poopy Butthole.
Just pee your pants. I did it the minute we got stuck.
Then are you wearing a diaper, Summer? Because those pants are as white as Christmas, and I see no sign of pee. Not that I want to, but I've got a job to do here, people.
It's me, Cousin Nicky. I'm walking here. I mean, I'm not. I'm crouching in the elevator shaft, but hey, I'm walking here.
Still a better Dustin Hoffman impression than the one in Sphere. Also, Deus Ex Nihilo.
Nikki was the reason we found that old Nazi submarine. Did that not even happen?
You know, this episode is really just a clever excuse to do more interdimensional cable-type cutaways, which is strange, because they would do a literal sequel to that episode just 4 episodes after this one. I guess what I'm saying is it's pretty obvious that this episode is just another excuse to make up wild scenarios with no canonical consequence. And as someone who needs canonical consequence to do their job correctly, I find this annoying.
Mr. Beauregard!
And Deus Ex Beauregardna? Is Ex Machina-ing a requirement of adding new memories?
No, don't flash back!
Thing I say watching This Is Us, or Arrow, or The Walking Dead, or pretty much every single show on television somehow makes its way into the script.
Marmalade is served.
And apparently self-replenishing as well, considering he just poured out half of that jar on Jerry and now it's almost full again.
Look, there's only supposed to be 6.
This number gimmick is fun and all, but I have some questions. If they can multiply this quickly, why didn't Uncle Steve already have several new friends at the start before Rick got there? How are subsequent parasites able to control everyone's mind, but Uncle Steve couldn't control Rick's? And finally, a raptor? Can the parasite specifically change the part of the memory that knows that even though raptor photographers are a thing, they shoot solely on digital? I'm having a blast here for sure, but I'm also having a hard time grasping how any of this works.
Here, Rick, use me.
Oh, thanks, Pencilvester.
Let's just think about a sentient pencil who also functions as a working pencil for a second, because it's f***ing terrifying. What happens when the lead starts diminishing? What happens when it has to be sharpened?
That's it. Photos, hard evidence.
And that should be the end of it. This show will quickly shift from this with some sleight of hand, but all they have to do is pull out an old photo album or some family vacation videos and this thing is over.
I will admit it's suspicious that Summer's only friend is a magic ballerina lamb that we've never seen.
I find it suspicious that creature that self-identifies as Frankenstein used the term only friend when Summer just said her phone was filled with pictures of her friends from school. Nipple X's.
Rick, that is my daughter.
Says the guy who just stated that except for Beth and Jerry,
all bets are off.
Shut up, Hammer Eye. Shut up, Amish Cyborg. What is this, 90s Conan?
Rick, as per usual, would be the GOAT at TVSins. This living room has never been this big. Also, I'm pretty sure there are at least 7 That's Racist in here, so I'll throw those in as well. Also, I'm guessing every last one of these characters has its own fan wiki page. And what I'm saying is we should all find better ways to spend our time. Fandom ruins us all.
No!
I'm really curious about the multiplying process of this species. It appears they can just appear immediately once they're transposed into a memory. But how do they appear in the memory in the first place? Doesn't appear they need another parasite's memory to do that, because once Steve was killed, the next parasite, Cousin Nikki, appeared in Mr. Poopy Butthole's memory. And we eventually find out Mr. Poopy Butthole is a real person. So if they don't need another parasite's memory, then why wouldn't they all just appear immediately? This is the equivalent of the ghost that can kill you right away, instead choosing to show you how it has the ability to move chairs around and
We'll be right back after these messages.
I don't hate a lot about Rick and Morty, but the blatant fourth wall breaks make me angry. Probably because when you destroy that wall so casually and so completely, you destroy a show's ability for any part of the narrative to even matter. Ever. And I like things that occasionally matter.
And we can play Nintendo games. Nintendo, give me free stuff.
I'm guessing they just did, since that Nintendo DS was not in your hand. You'd set them all down in the kitchen so you could grab the cash to go buy more. What is going on with Morty in this picture? It looks like Mr. Bill's ugly cousin. I get that the animators probably don't pay as much attention to the background, but you've animated this character many times over, and everyone else looks like themselves in the pictures. Sleepy Gary even got a cool hat in his, leaving your pants unbuttoned.
Maybe we'll see Chewbacca.
What are we doing? I'm guessing not getting to see Chewbacca. Sleepy Gary is such a tease.
Grass tastes bad.
Grass actually has a pretty neutral taste compared to the bitterness of most plants. So how would you use this washing machine to actually wash clothes? Obviously this memory is fake, because do you know of a single amusement park that would have this much space between roller coasters and not use it for souvenir shops, carnival cheat games, or overpriced burger shops?
What?
Was that bottle recently painted purple and the paint hasn't dried? Because black eyes like that take at least a few minutes to develop.
Morty, give a gun to the lady that got pregnant with me too early and constantly makes it our problem.
This message about how our flaws are the things that make us human and connect us is actually really smart and sweet. And I'd like to take a sin off for Rick and Morty actually having some depth and meaning, but the show casually broke the fourth wall earlier, so my hands are tied.
My wife shot a longtime family friend.
Funny? Yeah. Mr. Poopy Butthole being an actual being and longtime friend make any sense whatsoever? No. And you know how we feel about things that prioritize a laugh over the sanctity of complete logical consistency. That's right. We're the only ones that get to do it. And that's the way the sins goes.
It's like Slumdog Millionaire now.
Make sure you click that bell icon.
Sellouts.
But clicking the little bell icon is how you make sure you get notified every time we release a video. So click it.
Sellouts.
But Uncle Steve taught me how to ride a bike.
Buttons don't work better if you hit them harder, and foam fists don't make you strong.
What's my father ever done that's so great? School superintendent? Big whoop! There's only like 800 kids in the entire county!
Wait, I can be reasonable.
That time is past.
Now I believe someone has a final exam to attend.
Wesley?
Marmalade is served.
Lomer, king of rock. That's rock, Lomer. But you still can't be in our band. But they're helping Punky win TV contest.
Fast switching lanes with a car by my side.
Shut up, Hammer Eye. Shut up, Amish Cyborg. What is this, 90s Conan?
And I